66 million years ago. An asteroid that measures 10 kilometers or 6.2 miles across is racing towards Earth. It's moving at a speed of almost 180,000 miles per hour. And when it strikes, the impact will be so devastating that approximately 75% of all species will be wiped out in an instant, except for some small mammals, birds, and of course, humans. Life on Earth would never be the same again. But what if it never happened? What if that asteroid just missed? Join us as we explore this alternate timeline and discover what would be different from the world we know today. Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for more than 165 million years. They were able to survive multiple mass extinctions. And it was until 66 million years ago that their reign finally came to an end. The asteroid impact near the present-day Yucatan Peninsula unleashed such a catastrophic series of events that it led to the extinction of nearly all dinosaurs, with only birds being the notable exception. This extinction, often referred to as the Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event, created the conditions for mammals to flourish and eventually led to the evolution of primates and ultimately humans. But what if this catastrophe never occurred? What if the asteroid missed its target and dinosaurs continued to thrive? Let's find out. If the asteroid had missed the Earth, dinosaurs would have continued to dominate virtually every ecosystem on the planet. Because of their size and their adaptability, the survivors would have remained at the top of the food chain for millions more years. Also, the impact of the asteroid had triggered a chain reaction that led to a significant change in Earth's climate. It caused a massive dust cloud to block the sun's rays, leading to an ice age. Without the impact, the Earth may have retained its warmer and more humid climate for a longer period, which favored the proliferation of dinosaurs over mammals. Furthermore, the asteroid impact provided an opportunity for mammals to diversify and evolve into new species as they emerged from their ancestral stock around 200 million years ago. But dinosaurs quickly became a dominant force, preventing them from flourishing. In the absence of the asteroid, mammals might have remained small, hidden, and less visible. In this scenario, there wouldn't be a dramatic rise in mammalian diversity until much later, if at all. Then how would the evolution of dinosaurs have unfolded? Let's take a look. Dinosaurs as a whole were not particularly intelligent creatures. However, a small group known as theropods, including velociraptors, showed signs of advanced problem-solving abilities and social intelligence. Given millions more years, they could have continued to develop their cognitive skills, potentially reaching a level comparable to that of primates. In our own timeline, mammals took to the oceans and filled niches similar to those of whales and dolphins, in a world where dinosaurs still roamed the seas. It's possible that some groups of theropods might have adapted to an aquatic lifestyle, becoming the marine equivalent of their terrestrial counterparts. Pterosaurs, the flying reptiles of the dinosaur era, were the dominant aerial predators for much of the Mesozoic era. They competed with early birds for resources, and their success in this niche could have continued. In fact, in some cases, they may have replaced many modern bird species if they had not gone extinct. Sauropods, the largest herbivorous dinosaurs, were the mega herbivores of their time. These giants, such as Argentinosaurus and Diplodocus, could still exist and shape landscapes in much the same way that elephants and giraffes do today. Their presence would have continued to influence the shape and structure of plant life, promoting the growth of lush vegetation and changing the dynamics of ecosystems. With all these possibilities, one crucial question remains: would humans exist in a world where dinosaurs never went extinct? The short answer is most likely no. Humans are a relatively recent development in Earth's history, and our evolution was heavily influenced by the extinction of dinosaurs. Without the asteroid impact that led to their demise, it's unlikely that primates, and thus humans, would have emerged, or if they did, they would be significantly different from how we know them today. However, there is a slight chance that primates may still have appeared, but their evolution would either be delayed or altered due to the continued presence of dinosaurs. If humans did evolve in this timeline, they would inherit a world dominated by giant predators and living alongside creatures that we now consider ancient. Farming would be extremely difficult, as large herbivores would trampling crops, and settlements would need to be built with defense against carnivores in mind. Our survival could have been a much slower process, and it's uncertain whether we would have achieved our current level of advancement. But what if humans did somehow manage to evolve and coexist with dinosaurs? What would that world look like? If humans did evolve in a world with dinosaurs, our world would look very different from the one we know. Cities would either be constructed with dinosaur-proof barriers, or they would resemble zoos, with enclosures housing the dinosaurs within them. Air traffic would have to be careful not to collide with massive flying reptiles, and domesticating some dinosaur species might be possible. Some larger herbivores might be farmed for their meat, while others could be used for transport or even in warfare. And it's not unthinkable that smaller dinosaurs could be kept as pets. Perhaps surprisingly, many ecosystems might not be too disrupted by the continued presence of dinosaurs. The niches filled by large mammals in our world may have been occupied by dinosaurs instead, so the impact on ecosystems might not be as dramatic as one might initially think. However, the presence of apex predators such as Tyrannosaurus rex would certainly add an element of danger to our world. Instead of lions roaming national parks, we might be sharing trails with these apex predators, making hikes and camping trips a lot less relaxing. And then there's the little matter of their sheer size. Dinosaurs were monumentally large creatures. Sauropods like Argentinosaurus could reach mind-boggling proportions. Imagine coming across one of these giants on a daily walk in the park or seeing a herd of them grazing in a field. It would be a constant reminder of the prehistoric times they came from. The continued presence of dinosaurs would have led to a very different evolutionary pathway for many species, including our own. The world we know today is a product of the environmental and biological changes that occurred after the extinction of dinosaurs. Without that catalyst, the balance of biodiversity would be entirely different. Many of the mammals that we know today might not exist, and a vast majority of species would be reptiles. Even insects, birds, and small mammals would look and behave differently due to different evolutionary pressures. So what would the world be like without the asteroid impact? Without the asteroid, dinosaurs would still rule the Earth, continuing to thrive and adapt to their environments for millions more years. Mammals, including humans, would either be non-existent or very different from how we know them. The world would be more dangerous, with giant predators roaming free, and exotic creatures would be a common sight. From some gracing our landscapes to pterosaurs soaring through our skies. The Earth would be a testament to the resilience and adaptability of dinosaurs. The asteroid impact that led to the extinction of the dinosaurs was a catastrophic event, but it also set the stage for the rise of mammals and ultimately humans. It doth a sobering reminder that sometimes it doth the worst of times that give rise to the best of ages. But what if that never happened? What if the asteroid just missed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating content.